Alright, turn 27. This one's going pretty okay. We retook Strongdale. We're moving troops north. We captured Carrion. That battle was very uneventful. Bunch of province defense here, we just rolled over it. Didn't even spend our gems, which is great. We've finished upgrading this province to a castle, which is also good. Does mean we need to move a priest there in order to build a temple so that we can recruit witch hunters, or we're just going to keep spamming initiates forever, and initiates are pretty bad, to be fully honest. Like, I don't really want to spam initiates if I have another option. Witch hunters are very inefficient in terms of, certainly in terms of gold for research, but they're sort of the only game in town. So I am going to take Lucius here and move him over there. That was my phone buzzing, ignore that. Okay, and we're back. Ended up having to answer a call there. So, moving troops north, I am moving in to besiege Satissa's capital because I would love to take Satissa's capital, and since I have Jeannie Adams with me, I don't have much to fear from disease. Now the risk here is that Uruk will try to move their army in, which I can't be having with that. I have enough crossbows and enough cavalry that I think I could stop their army. Plus, of course, I'll be summoning fire elementals. I'm not certain if I can stop their army and still stop Satis from breaking out. So that's a little bit of a problem. There's a volcano there, by the way. That's kind of rare and cool. So, moving up more troops. I've got a big pile of troops right here. I've got some troops right here. Some more knights and crossbows. I've got a few troops here with this guy. This guy is taking a bunch of fire gems with him and moving up towards them. He's going to take him about 5 turns before he gets there, though, so it'll be a little bit of time before I get them gems. So I'm going to have to go with the gems that I have right now. I really don't want Uruk to try and move in because I want Satissa's capital, and I don't want to waste a whole bunch of time, effort, and gems killing this army, which once again I think I could do, but I would take pretty heavy casualties in the process. So if we look at the Enkidu units, Enkidu Iron Warriors, they do have shields, and shields can help them parry, but against crossbows, honestly, shields merely lower the damage. They don't actually stop the damage, because what a shield does is it adds its prot to the prot of the armor, right? So prot 29 versus a crossbow is actually reduced to like prot 11. It can still definitely take damage. Enkidu Iron Warriors are very good because they have the Berserk. So the Berserk kicks their attack skill up, it kicks their protection up a little bit, and it keeps them in the fight so they don't rout, and they keep using this axe, which hits extremely hard. So those are pretty solid. Enkidu Royal Guard, less good but higher defense skill, so more defensive. And then of course they have a number of Maidens of the Moon as well, which are their sacred. Pretty good sacred, pretty decent infantry, high protection, good stats across the board, and formation fighter. So they can fit 3 of them in a square, which is a very solid ability for a size 3 giant to have. Slightly expensive on resources, but not all that bad. And then they have the standard Enkidu warriors and such, Enkidu soldiers with the spears, and I don't know, I don't like Enkidu soldiers personally. Like, I would rather just recruit Iron Warriors. They're more expensive in gold, but they hit a lot harder, and they just, I think they just do a better job overall. Even Enkidu Warriors are probably a little bit better than Enkidu soldiers. They have less proc because they don't wear helmets, though. In any case, so yeah, I think I can beat that army if it comes down to it, but I'd rather not. And, of course, we are going to have the issue, the question of what we do about Uruk. Uruk's god is right here. It's a Moloch. Pretty sure I saw the details of this god before. It's fairly unexceptional. It's basically just a, an expanding Moloch. And I still have not laid eyes on Uruk itself, so we're going to keep moving. He's got another fort there as well, so he's pretty heavily forted up. Of course, I'm also actually pretty heavily forted up, like 4 forts in a small area like that. Love to put another fort up somewhere, possibly here in the Silver Wall. Well, I'm getting my palisade up here in Norfang, so that'll be fine, actually. I'll just suck resources from the Silver Wall, and that will work just spiffy, in addition to sucking resources away from the Verdant Steppe, which is kind of a nice side effect. So, that's the whole turn. That's all I'm doing. That will be the thing and the whole of the thing. Research-wise, hitting construction level 4 next turn, Gonna grab Thaumaturgy level 3 real quick so that we have Augury. And and Teleport if we ever get to use it. And then we're going straight back to Construction to rush up to Construction level 6 so that we can pump a whole bunch of Fire Gems into Lightless Lanterns. And that will be the strat. So thanks for watching. I'll see you all in turn 28. Okay, folks, turn 28. Excuse me. So my army has besieged Sitis, and it went well. We took some casualties. We lost a Barbarian Chief, some of the crossbows, one Knight of the Chalice, and a few other random units. But we wiped out the province defense handily, and the walls of Sitis are moderately damaged, so we're getting there. Excuse me. If we can take Sitis, that will be fantastic. However, we are almost out of Fire Gems, so that is a problem. I need to redistribute Fire Gems to my other mages real quick. Innocent's got one, Turgeon needs one, you need one, you need one, and that's it. We've got some Fire Gems on the way. A mage carrying Fire Gems was just assassinated in Carian, which is super, super unfortunate. These 3 mages need to advance. Actually, Selena needs to search for magic sites. We've got another army heading up in that direction, complete with a whole bunch of Fire Gems on Guide the Grand Master. Unfortunately, okay, so, like, this assassination, I was hoping that fire mages with gems would be a lot more resilient against assassinations, but unfortunately they're not because they're just dumb. So here, he casts Will-o'-the-Wisp instead of Fire Elemental, which might potentially have saved him. Will-o'-the-Wisps are fine units. They've got this Flame Burst attack, which is it's a decent attack. They're ethereal and mindless and magical beings, and they have all these good qualities, incredibly high attack and defense skill. So yeah, they're perfectly fine distractions, but him casting that cost him just enough time that he wasn't able to summon a Fire Elemental before this Long Dead showed up and one-shot him. So that was a problem. Like, that was an issue. And of course, this guy was swarming, so yeah. Against that, my Fire Mages are not reliably working. We lost some people there. We gained a whole bunch of gold in Glistening Dew Forest, however, and we found a Whispering Woods in the Silver Wall, which gives us air, nature, and allows recruitment of enchantresses. Incredibly valuable because they break us into all the elemental paths. So we need to build a fort here post haste. Actually, I was moving this guy, and actually I can't do that. I need to keep them here. That actually means I need to cut down on recruitment, so I'm going to do that real quick here. Because we are going to start to build a palisades, and we're also going to cut down on crossbows in order to recruit Knights of the Chalice. Yeah, that'll be fine. Gaelny is moving along with all of these guys. He's going to move actually no. I'm sorry, I forgot what I was doing. Gaelny is moving south. All of these guys are moving up in this direction. He's moving south because I've contacted Phlegra and been like, hey, so Phlegra posted a message on Discord basically saying I'm out of the game. Because apparently he owns 5 provinces and has only 2 forts that aren't under siege. You can see he's being besieged by man. He's also being attacked by Pythium. So I am moving in to steal some of the Phlegran lands before someone else gets them. We've got a little army of man up here, which seems a little bit dangerous to me personally. I don't like it. I'm not a huge fan. And I'm hoping I'm moving some Baldwin and Defranc here with just a few Knights of the Chalice. They're moving south to take this province, and I'm going to try to move in and put Phlegra under siege. I've got a small army up here with Topagog. I've got Lucius, who's building a temple, and he will hurry down. And I've got this Grand Master carrying a bunch of gems. I'm actually going to give him even more gems. I'm running short of Fire Gems, which is not something that I necessarily thought I would be saying as Marignan, frankly. But it's happening. He's carrying a ton of gems, and he's going to take these units south. So, and of course, we're recruiting more Knights of the Chalice and infantry. So we're going to build up as quickly as we can, try to place Phlegra under siege and lay claim to it. We're going to try to vulture that capital away from the enemy. I think this army is going to stop here and besiege Ard, which might give me a shot. This province is still going to be a huge pain in the neck, but what can you do? In terms of gems, I actually have quite a lot of Astral Pearls, and my Fire Gem income is not tremendously high, partially because there's a number of these provinces that I haven't actually searched for fire. So I need to send somebody out to search for fire. I'm sending out this guy. His name was Cannabius, and I had to rename him Cannabis. I'm sorry, it was so close. It was Canabeaus. And I was just like, I'm sorry, your name's Cannabis. You're the weed mage. That's what it is. He even has a puff. He's even got one puff. So Cannabis is gonna roam around site searching for fire and astral in these various provinces that haven't been thoroughly site searched for that. And as soon as I get this done, I'm gonna start pumping out enchantresses to get those delicious water and earth randoms and nature. So, well, it's really the earth and air, I guess, that I need, because I've already gotten nature and water. But those will give me a lot of cool cross paths, and half of them have 4 paths. So, I mean, I'm sorry, because 3 paths, nature plus 2 elemental, for 205 gold, not very efficient, only worthwhile because of the cross paths. 4 paths for 205 gold is pretty solid. They are slow to recruit, unfortunately, but I can live with that. And down here, I've got that Grandmaster coming. Next turn, I'll also recruit another Architect, because my one Architect has been diseased down here, and he's moving. I'm hoping that he'll live just long enough to finish upgrading the Forgotten Woods to a Citadel as well. I'm trying to build up all my forts into Citadels. So right now, I've got 3 Citadels and 1 Castle, and I would love to have 4 Citadels, but we'll see how it goes. And then up here, this war is going just fine. I just have to manage to punch through somebody carrying fire gems to reload this army before I have to try and storm Satis. Because trying to storm Satis with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fire gems, I think won't work. I don't think it'll work great. Now, I'm hoping that the Empoisoners, the other side of that coin is I have to go in fast because the Empoisoners are going to be chipping away at me. I'm hoping they can't hit Thrummel because he's hiding. But they may well clip my mages. I'm hoping that they'll hit my basic commanders, because I can transfer units to the witch hunters if necessary, but we'll see. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 turns before Guide gets up here with the gems, and I don't think I can wait 4 turns. I think I pretty much have to go in before that. So, it might be that I have to go in and just drop flaming arrows and hope for the best. That would be incredibly ugly and messy, but it might be the best I can do. What I can do is ball up all of my cavalry right in front of the gate and bless them and just shove them through the gate as fast as possible. And they may be able to cut their way through the Skelespam because they have high prot, high defense, high attack, and multiple attacks. So they might be able to smash their way through Skelespam if I can get them just a little tiny bit of fire elemental and flaming crossbow bolt support. That's the hope anyway. That's pretty much the turn. Research-wise, we're going for Thaumaturgy level 3, which we'll get in 1 turn. And that will get us Augury, which will be great. We'll start spamming Augury from our mages down here. We don't have many of the Witch Hunters, actually, but we're recruiting more Witch Hunters down here, and we're going to recruit Witch Hunters over here as soon as we have a temple. So we'll get some of them. We'll spam Augury to make sure everywhere is site searched for fire, so we kick our fire income up into that proper Marignon level. And with that, we will try to aim for a late to mid-game Eternal Pyre, which is, enchantment level 6, so fairly early, and only takes 6 fire. I think we can get 6 fire without too much trouble, especially if we have death, because the Grandmasters can random fire 4. That lets them forge the Flaming Helmet, which pushes them up to fire 5, and then all we need is a death fire crosspath somewhere, and we can forge the Skull of Fire. And I think my god, if I recall correctly, Stone Cold Steve Austin has those cross paths. I think. 1 second, let me double check that actually. I can double check that very quickly. Ah, damn. No, I don't have fire on Stone Cold Steve Austin. Okay, so I'll have to get something. I may have to empower him in fire, because these ladies, of course, cannot random fire. And the enchantresses can't random death. Well, I may have to empower a fire 4 random in death, or I may just empower a fire 4 random in fire. But in any case, I can drop Eternal Pyre without too much trouble, especially if I save gems over time. Like, I'm already almost up to the point where I could empower somebody in death, so as soon as I get a death, a fire, I mean, I could empower any of these guys in death, actually, that would work fine. And I have a whole bunch of Astral Pearls that I can convert into Fire Gems to dump into Eternal Pyre when I need to. So Fire Gems are not going to be a problem for me in the long run. But we definitely need to do some more site searching up here. and find more fire and such. So we've got the 2 forts going down there, the minus superior iron we're using, and I think everything is pretty much hunky-dory. So that is where I'm going to leave this turn. I'm going into Phlegra. Kosar has agreed to release me from my non-aggression pact since he's dead anyway, and we'll hope to take these 2 provinces, and then eventually clear out Hysteria as well, because that would be great. So, that is turn 28, and I'll see you all in turn 29. Okay, turn 29. Things seem to be going pretty well. I'm still besieging Satis. I've gotten a lot of diseases, but, of course, that is what Thramul is for. Hopefully he will heal the, he should heal the commanders first. A lot of diseased units, but like I said, it's okay, so long as they just have to live long enough to siege the place down. Down south, I've got this Moloch, who I think is moving around site searching. I believe Lizardam is moving around site searching. I've got a fort there. I would actually, to be honest, since there's a mine of superior iron and an iron mine here, giving this province 100 resources, and it has a lab and a garden of frozen flowers, I'm like, I would kind of like to build a fort here as well. I just don't have the money for it, because I'm building a fort there. I can't upgrade that fort because I don't have the cash. I can't upgrade this because I don't have the cash. I'm just running really, really short on money right now. Phlegra has an enormous stack in Phlegra, including freaking 5 tyrants. I think this is just 5 tyrants sitting here continuously capturing slaves, because it's almost all Helit warriors. Yeah, that's what it is. Also, Satis has gone AI. That must have happened this turn or possibly last turn. I don't think I checked last turn. I may have checked last turn. In any case, they're AI, which is fantastic because it means that this assault will be a lot easier than I anticipated. And I think that fort is going to crack this turn, and if it does crack this turn, that means that they don't have hardly anything inside, because my net siege strength will only be like 525, but they're on severely damaged. They might last one more turn. We'll see. I actually kind of hope they do, question mark, because that might give me time to get somebody up there. Selena needs to... I've already got Nadina moving up there. Selena can go there and site search that province. It's definitely going to be either Uruk or Abyssia I need to fight next. Might be Uruk. That's Uruk. So I found his capital here. 3 Mushushu chariots. Lots of Enkidu archers, iron warriors, and maidens of the moon. Good solid recruitment. Some royal guards, which, I would say are kind of a waste, but whatever. I'm actually going to cancel out this recruitment real quick, because I need to save up some muns. I've already canceled quite a bit of my recruitment. I'm still recruiting down here. But other than that, I'm still recruiting mages. But I need to save up a little bit of money so that I can start a fortress here. Capito. Or, yeah, because Dragon, I think, will die. Let's move Capito over there. And so he can start that fort as soon as we can, because this province will give me Mondo resources. It'll cut out resources from Marignan, but since I can recruit my sacred knights anywhere that I build a temple, that's not too much of a problem, because I can recruit Knights of the Chalice in any province. In fact, I may want to start recruiting Knights of the Chalice over here, or possibly Paladins. I'll wait for my god to wake up to start trying to thug Paladins. The Twist Fate Bless will help them a lot. These guys, DeFrank and Baldwin, we had this battle in Duvan, and they used up their gems, which is a little bit disappointing. I guess they felt threatened by this. Not entirely sure why, because the Knights could absolutely take those guys with no problem, but yeah, they summoned their fire elementals. They blew through all their gems doing it. Like, really? I mean, really, guys? Come on now. You summoned 4 fire elementals, and none of them even engaged in combat because the knights killed everyone so quickly. So, yeah, there's that. Random events, found some more fire gems, a little bit of turmoil and unrest in the province we just conquered, killed a Pythiumite scout, and of course we finished the palisades in Norfangs, and started to recruit nothing because we don't have cash. So that's how things are going. Things are going fine, to be honest. Like, I approve of the way of where I am at the moment. And I definitely approve of conquering Satis. So that will be my goal here. For Phlegra, I'm going to contact Phlegra. I mean, realistically speaking, it would be nice to persuade Phlegra to move off his capital and let me take it. It would feel kind of cheap for me to like persuade him to do that and get to take it for free though. So I think I guess I'm just gonna move troops down that way and wait. And if he does move off, then I'll move on and go to capture it. And if he doesn't, then well, it'll be what it is. I would really, really like to get this province though. That would be really nice. One can hope. We can live in hope. So, that was turn 29. Research continues. We're working on construction 5 and 6, having hit thaumaturgy level 3. And actually, now that we've hit thaumaturgy level 3, what we need to do is we need to start casting augury to get them fire gems. Yep, just start spamming out augury. Is there anyone over here who can spam augury? No. Okay, so we got 2 people spamming out augury for right now. And Cannabis is, of course, site searching himself. This province, he'll be site searching for 1 level higher in Astral, 1 level higher in Fire, and then he can run through all these provinces. Just doop, doop, doop. Actually, doop, 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 doop. And get all of them. So, that'll be good. Great. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all in turn 30. What a milestone. Turn 30. Doing pretty well, actually, from Marignan. Anyway, take care. Alright, folks, it's turn 30. The siege on Stis continues. They're still severely damaged, not critically. So they do have something in there, unfortunately, but we'll work on it. They may be summoning, actually. They may be spamming basic nature and or water summons, which will be fine. This army is moving up. I don't know why I've lost 1 crossbow. I am confused by that, but we'll just give it to Meligol here. Guide is moving up with Meligol in support, and they are going to reinforce the army besieging Stis and give them the power to break the gates down, storm in, and destroy everyone. We're just going to assemble all of our knights in all of our knights of the chalice in 1 blob. And actually, let's give them all to him. And we can give that guy to him, and we can kind of assemble these a little bit more as well. Can't we? Why do you only have 14 leadership? Ah, because you're mute. That would explain that. Let's give them all to him then. Noth, you're worthless and weak. A whole bunch more fire gems coming up. We are still keeping the diseases mostly at bay with Thrummel. Not entirely, but mostly. Down here, Phlegra moved out. I don't know where their army has gone. It may have pushed south, but Phlegra has left their capital open. I didn't ask him to do this. Note, I did not request this. I didn't even bring this up. He did it on his own. So I'm moving my troops in real quick to try and take the place. I don't think his province defense can hold off my knights. If he can, that'll be really sad, but I feel like I need to seize this opportunity. And I have more troops, a few more, coming down with Roberto, who has a whole bunch more gems, and he is going to reinforce, and we're just going to pile on Phlegra as fast as we can with as much as we can, and hope that we can take the place before Pythium does. That would definitely be the ideal. Odds, I think, are fairly slim, but we'll see. Meanwhile, I am upgrading this to a Citadel. I think Gerrans is going to die before it's upgraded, unfortunately, and I'm not sure what will happen at that point. I'm going to recruit another Architect just in case. And in fact, I think that's probably not a good idea, because I think I'll lose all the money. So let's just recruit another Architect for now. Recruit a Witch Hunter down there. We're recruiting, let's recruit a Witch Hunter over there. And we can also use that extra money to spam out some more Knights and some crossbows over here and over here. We want to save, we don't need to save that money actually. We can use this money to spam out some men-at-arms maybe. Yeah, let's get some men-at-arms. Okay, great. Dragon is dying, so we'll just like throw him in this direction. Abyssia is blood hunting actively. They're they're summoning a number of fiery imps, which is a little bit sad to see, but we will burn that bridge when we come to it, as we like to say around here. And I think we have province defense most places. That helped. Yeah, I have province defense 26 here because of random events, which is pretty cool. So that's basically the turn. In other geopolitical news, we did find a tar pits, which has increased our fire income by 1. Our fire income is now 5, which still is not much. And there was a battle in Black Marshes. Relay is attacking Uruk, which is fantastic. I love that. They're attacking Uruk with a whole bunch of Illithids, which can Mind Blast, and then they have their Meteorite Guard up front. And so Uruk's Province Defense, basically, like, this guy ate all of the Mind Blasts and got paralyzed, like, forever. And then murdered. So, yeah, that's what Mind Blast does, kids. It murders people, like, really, really effectively. Notice, no escapes. None of you are safe. The Illithids killed everyone. It says they only got 8 kills, and that's a lie. I watched them get more kills than that. They got 13 kills, to be exact. But in any case, so that's fine. Uruk will be distracted dealing with that situation, and I will be able to continue to fight in peace. In fact, if we look over here, we can see that war has apparently been going on for a little while, which I didn't notice. They've even cracked a fort here on this throne. So Uruk is in deep, deep doo-doo, which is great. I wish them all the best. I'm upgrading this fort, and of course I'm working on cracking Satis. So that is the turn. Short turn, but not a whole lot is going on. Cannabis is moving to search, and Denia is site searching, and we should be making progress. Research is going okay. 323 on turn 30. I'll take it. I'll buy it. I'll buy that for $1. Should be up to construction level 6 in a few turns here. It's going to be another 1,700 research points, so it'll be like probably 4 or 5 turns, and I should be able to start pumping out lightless lanterns. Once I do that, my research will skyrocket. As soon as I can turn my fire gems into lightless lanterns, I will do so, and it'll be great. I will also convert a whole bunch of astral pearls into fire gems, probably in order to forge more lightless lanterns to bump my research up higher, and then I will start running down enchantment, I think, to get it to Eternal Pyre, which I would love to cast before turn 50. So that'll be the plan, and I will see you all in turn 31.